Hello everyone, today we're about to witness nature at its most incredible. From rare phenomena to unbelievable moments caught on camera, everything you're about to see is real. Let's get started.
Hostia, prepárate. ¡Me cago en la puta! ¡Tsunami来てるぞ!
Tsunamis are among the most destructive forces in the ocean, massive waves carrying terrifying, unstoppable power. Tsunamis are caused by massive water displacement triggered by some of Earth's most powerful forces: earthquakes, landslides, and volcanic eruptions. As long as Earth continues to experience earthquakes and landslides, the different natural events capable of generating tsunamis will continue to occur. And this was one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded on Earth, a true planetary monster. Rewind to March 2011, when Japan was struck by a devastating earthquake. That unleashed a massive tsunami, pushing one of the world's most advanced nations to the brink of collapse. Many viewers watching this channel from Hawaii, especially Southern California, including Los Angeles and San Diego, as well as the San Francisco Bay Area, have shared with us that they understand this feeling all too well.
Hold on to your kids. Like I said, it's hold them.
Floods and massive waves, there are constant reminders that nature can change violently at any moment.
Whoa.
Where are you watching this from right now? And what's the weather like there today? Along the Mediterranean coastline, phenomena like this are incredibly rare. But when warm, humid air from the sea collides with unstable cold air above nature can create dangerous waterspouts within minutes. This incident was not much different from the way a crowd of people suddenly panics after hearing an unexpected loud explosion in a confined space. Every gust of wind seemed determined to tear apart the coast of Maine. Amid the blinding whiteout of the bomb cyclone, gigantic waves slammed into the Nubble Lighthouse like the ocean's own sledgehammer. A massive dark storm cloud rolled toward Baton Rouge, bringing torrential rain lightning and the threat of widespread flooding. But what surprised many people most was the hail that suddenly began falling northwest of Baton Rouge during the afternoon of May 8th. Here is a little advice. If you ever see a shelf cloud that large and dark, leave the area immediately. Depending on where you are, it can be an early warning sign of a possible tornado or a severe thunderstorm. Definitely do not copy the way he filmed this video.
Porca troia!
Mira, se van a morir.
Los pollitos.
Oh, los
Vamos,
pollitos.
vámonos. Siempre la señora que fue dijo, ¿de dónde salió ese trompo? No, mira,
Ay, no,
es así,
no, es allá,
es así.
mejor.
What would you do first if this was happening to you right now?
¿Sabes por qué no traje mi...
Guarda, 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 guarda!
Standing at nearly 23,000 feet, Aconcagua is not only a test of endurance, but also a place where death itself seems to wait. From the United Kingdom to Germany, from Poland to Sweden, millions of eyes were left frozen in disbelief by a mysterious blue and white spiral hovering in the sky. Look at this enormous black ring stretching dozens of feet across. It doesn't fade away or lose shape. It simply drifts through the sky like a ghost.
Some scary shit.
You look up at the
Fuck
sky
outta
and
here.
begin to wonder, is this some kind of alien invasion? Many people called it a UFO. However, experts reassured the public that it was actually a lenticular cloud formation. Look at this perfect structure, layer upon layer, stacked together like a sculpture carved from air itself. When moist air currents are pushed upward by mountain slopes, they cool and condense, forming these smooth cap-like clouds.
Yeah. Just like keep getting bigger. It's the most beautiful thing I ever seen. Holy shit! Oh my
Listen to the excited screams of the witnesses. That is the instinctive reaction people have when confronted with raw, natural power. For those who may not know, this is a basking shark, a harmless filter-feeding species with behavior and feeding habits similar to whale sharks. Deep beneath the ocean, a silent but powerful migration is taking place. Look at the way they stack over one another, layer upon layer of long legs and armored bodies. This is not a random gathering. It is a masterclass in survival strategy. To protect one another, thousands of individuals tighten their formation, transforming the entire group into a single living fortress. Even the fiercest predators hesitate before this moving wall, where every individual is prepared to shield the others during the most vulnerable moments of life. You should know that a bear's sense of smell is thousands of times stronger than a human's, so even a tiny piece of food left inside a car can attract them. Never sacrifice your own safety or the peace of wildlife just for a moment on social media. When nature becomes enraged, humans are nothing more than fragile visitors, trapped in a survival game with no rules. Once swirling winds become strong enough, millions of tiny sand particles can reduce visibility and trigger panic within seconds. Nature can change everything within moments. Always pay attention to weather warnings and never underestimate even a small stream when heavy rain is falling upstream. Many people watching this video felt terrified when the cliff began collapsing, forcing those standing below to run for their lives. Fortunately, nobody was injured in the incident. At an altitude of 13,000 feet, where oxygen becomes a luxury and the cold can freeze every breath you are witnessing, one of the most astonishing sights imaginable. Some of the world's most fearless creatures balancing on rock ledges only a few inches wide. Why do they climb so high? The answer is simple: survival. Up on these towering cliffs, dangerous predators like wolves and leopards become almost powerless. These steep rock faces are the goat's ultimate fortress. They do not climb merely to escape danger. They climb in search of precious minerals. Watching them walk calmly above the abyss, you begin to realize something incredible: nature does not create reckless creatures. It creates masters of adaptation. Did you know that during mating season, female snakes release pheromones to attract nearby males? This often leads to scenes where multiple snakes gather together and fiercely compete for the chance to mate. This is not an ordinary spider. It is a relative of the black widow, marked by a red stripe on its back and carrying deadly venom. Where are you watching this from right now? And what's the weather like there today? When extreme weather combines with tides and strong winds, the impact does not stop at the coastline. It can also spread into transportation systems and daily life.
Oh, bro.
The roof flew off.
Oh,
The other roof flew off.
You know, California rarely experiences large tornadoes compared to the central regions of the United States.
Look at the trash can.
it's a tornado, bro.
I need to know, did you spot it before everyone else? Right near the shoreline, whales and dolphins suddenly appeared together, creating a breathtaking performance from the ocean. A rare moment that most people dream of witnessing at least once in their lifetime.
Oh my God.
La grand-mère, d'accord?
In the wild, size can sometimes mean power. Hippos may terrify almost every creature around them, but when facing a forest elephant, even they are forced to back away to survive. With the ability to generate thousands of pounds of crushing force, this giant python can overpower prey several times larger than its own body. You are witnessing the largest snake den on Earth, where tens of thousands of red-striped snakes awaken together after a long winter hibernation. For the faint-hearted, this looks like a living nightmare. But for nature, it is one of the most intense survival spectacles imaginable. The synchronized dance of the Ostruca perplexa fiddler crab performed by males to attract females. Boston, during what seemed like an ordinary afternoon, suddenly turned into a battlefield of nature. This was the moment when safety became a luxury. Just curious for a second, where are you watching from, and is your weather anything like this? Against the fury of the northern European skies, every barrier and every structure we take pride in suddenly feels incredibly small. The power of tides and relentless erosion has turned million-dollar properties into drifting debris in the sea. This is no longer a prediction. It is the harsh reality of climate change. I once experienced something similar while working in Norway, with waves reaching around 13 to 16 feet high. The feeling was incredibly intense, But when the ship is in the hands of experienced sailors, you begin to understand why these vessels are built to withstand such extreme conditions. You should know that when a powerful storm passes through, pressure differences can become strong enough to shatter windows or rip doors off their hinges if they are not properly reinforced.
Keep the door closed. Whoa! Whoa! Coming in! Get out of here! Look, that's like 5 feet up. No, 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 no.
Wait, which way are you supposed to record? Like this?
A single lightning bolt can reach temperatures of up to 30,000 degrees Celsius, several times hotter than the surface of the sun. The northern coast of Ireland hides a secret that looks almost too perfect to be real. More than 40,000 basalt columns fit together so perfectly that they resemble a giant pathway stretching into the Atlantic Ocean. Legend says it was created by the giant Finn McCool. Science tells a different story. When volcanic lava cooled too quickly upon contact with cold seawater, it formed these strange hexagonal rock formations. Over millions of years, ocean waves continued smoothing them into what now look like sculptures carved by nature itself. Found in the Pacific Northwest, these mesmerizing creatures may look like jellyfish, but they are actually a species of sea slug. The ocean is always changing, and no one can ever predict it completely. Fortunately, everyone in this situation remains safe, but it still serves as a powerful reminder of nature's unpredictable force. According to 7 News Miami, a group of tourists narrowly escaped danger after a 40-foot boat suddenly caught fire off Miami Beach on March 12th. After heavy rain or geological shifts, pressure from soil and rock can increase so dramatically that it pushes entire concrete walls outward, proving that even man-made structures have limits against the power of nature. Let me ask you something. What's the most intense weather you've ever lived through? Even in the age of modern navigation technology, a single power failure can quickly turn what seemed like a perfect journey into chaos. Post-fire mudslides are a hidden danger that many people tend to overlook. Dolphins riding alongside boats is actually common social behavior for this species, especially when boats create waves in front of them, almost like a natural water slide game. This moment proves how unpredictable the environment can be. No matter how careful you are, some factors remain beyond control. And this is yet another example of pure luck. Never underestimate the power of gravity and unstable geology. In La Paz, at least 5 homes were destroyed after a landslide struck the area.
Más allá, señores, por favor.
Rock slides are not just disasters. They are also part of the way mountains constantly reshape and rebuild themselves over time. Natural disasters are always unpredictable, and Hudson Valley proves how even a peaceful region can become flooded within just a few hours. Octopus, the fastest shape-shifting creature in the ocean. Without any magic, they use specialized pigment cells to erase their presence within seconds. A biological machine powered by 3 hearts and blue copper-based blood, perfectly optimized for survival in environments where pressure crushes almost everything. Underwater sinkholes form when soil or rock beneath the surface becomes hollow due to erosion or dissolution. Once support is lost, the ground collapses, creating powerful whirlpools capable of dragging everything above downward.
Equilibra aí o balanço.
If you're prone to dizziness, this video might be a real challenge for you.
Step on it, dude.
Heavy rain can lift grass roots from the ground, creating water bubbles that almost everyone feels tempted to pop.
Oh, Caroline. Caroline. You are in terrible danger.
A confrontation between humans and the power of the ocean. The crashing waves are not just sound, but a warning about limits that should never be crossed. The kind of grand opening surprise everyone talks about, but definitely not the kind anyone wants. A rare moment when the sky is dominated by massive columns of ash, an unmistakable sign that powerful forces from beneath the earth are rising.
Oh my God.
If you're watching on a TV right now, grab your phone and tell us which moment impressed you the most. Thank you for watching Incredible Moments Caught on Camera. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the incredible moments still ahead. See you in the next episode, where nature will continue to amaze us with things that seem almost impossible to exist.